Hello, my name is Leah Litvin. I'm a clinical psychologist and CEO of PsyCapps. We build mobile mental health games that build resilience and boost your mental well-being. Today, we're going to be talking about demonstrating our abilities, especially in times like these where we're kind of like locked indoors and we can't do the things we usually do. It's really important to be able to kind of like tap into our talents and skills and find creative ways and outlets to be able to show the world our best selves.
My first guest is Frederick Ferrier, who has a few good ideas about how not to go stir crazy and demonstrate his abilities while social distancing. Thanks for joining me today on day 2 of our Clear 14-Day Resilience Building Challenge. Can you introduce yourself a little bit for those of us who don't know you yet?
My name is Frederick Ferrier. I'm a singer. I'm on a TV show called Made in Chelsea, and I'm English, but my father is Icelandic, which is where I get my long hair from. And excitingly, I've decided to grow a beard for this quarantine, which is the first, which I've never done before, which is quite exciting.
Okay, so for a lot of people, like the response to the coronavirus is that we have so many restrictions. We can't do the things that we usually do. Have you been trying anything new in the last few days or weeks actually now?
Absolutely. I mean, one thing I'll start off with saying is obviously it's a really terrible and sad situation that we're in. But I think it's so important in these sort of times to just try and have a paradigm shift and see things positively. In my case, I'm very fortunate to be surrounded by my musical instruments, which are my babies. So I have been practicing a lot. And most importantly, you know, I can play the violin, I can play the piano, and I can sing. But I've never been able to play the piano and sing at the same time, simply because I learned classically and it was just not something I did. Whereas I've finally used this period to actually hammer both of those skills. And now I can start to perform on my own songs, which even just that skill alone has been so useful.
Okay, so you would say that even though you're kind of stuck at home and your world has shrunk, you've been able to kind of like shift the focus and look for the things that you might be able to build in this time, right?
Oh, absolutely. I'll always look back on this period and think, wow, that was the time where I did something that I had been procrastinating for absolutely years. So, you know, it's been a very valuable time for me. And I'm fortunate that I can see it with a sort of positive outlook.
When you know, like you say, you were procrastinating a long time before starting playing the piano and singing at the same time. When you're locked at home and you want to try something new, there's often a trouble with motivation to get that first, spark going and to actually start moving, especially because you can't do the things you usually do. How do you get motivated to start something new while you're completely restricted?
It's kind of important to have some form of routine, even though everyone's living on top of each other, even though there's no necessary time for me to wake up. You still sort of see your days as, okay, what can I achieve today? For me, it doesn't work for everyone, but I'm big in my lists. You know, I love a good list.
Okay, lists, yeah.
So writing sort of things down for, okay, what I'm going to achieve that particular day.
And taking baby steps until you grow your abilities, as we're talking today. When you try something new, you're often putting yourself out there, and people will criticize you, and there's always going to be people that you rub the wrong way. Like, how do you deal with the fear of criticism, and then when criticism comes, with actual criticism?
That's a great question, and it's very, very relevant in not just in my space, but I think in everyone's. And when it comes to the first step, there's so much fear around what people think. Mm-hmm. So it's important to be comfortable with yourself, and it's so important to just listen and to think, I'm happy with this, you know. And if, for example, you know, I'll probably upload some me playing the piano and singing and stuff. And if you're hammering, looking at the comments, and you're literally, it's almost like you're waiting for that bad comment, you know, because this is great. You're like, yeah. You know, what's that person saying? If you're waiting on that particular, you don't want to post something. Say if you're a fashion blogger or whatever, I don't like the way I look here, so I'm not going to post it. I'll face tune that a little bit, and I'll get a better shot. Just put stuff out there and start. You know, of course you're always going to have an opinion, but the sooner you start, the sooner you just improve and you get used to it.
Yeah.
And then And then confidence levels come with time.
Getting feedback maybe from trusted sources as well, from mentors or people who actually know what they're talking about out of the space, can get you to that point so that when, you know, someone has something harsh to say, you might be able to internalize it because it's coming from a bad place.
Exactly.
Maybe.
And also, I mean, the thing is that I say this now, no one was more sort of, you know, worried about what people thought of them than I was when I first started singing. Because guess what? Every single person is a, you know, world famous music critic. And they're like, yeah, this is good. I really prefer this. And I don't like you sound so much better in the lower register. And then someone else will say this. And before you know it, there's so much information coming in from every single angle, you don't even know where to start. So that's really important. Just also listen to people, but eventually just be confident in your own actions. And that's the way forward.
You know, I think this has been really, really helpful. Seeing someone, you know, who's well on their way, but still has space for improvement. For some of us who aren't quite ready to demonstrate our abilities on a stage, there is an opportunity that most of us do. Maybe I do it myself, who knows, is singing under the shower. What kind of tips could you give us, like a mini vocal lesson for singing under the shower?
Well, firstly, you're talking to a professional shower singer right here. It's my favorite. It will always be my favorite place to sing. Top tips: make sure you always lock the door. Pick your favorite conditioner bottle as a microphone, and sing like no one is listening. And just you know, you can really belt out. That's your time. And also, always be naked.
Okay. Well, thank you so much. This has been a delight, and stay safe.
Stay safe. Thank you very much.
In summary, demonstrating our abilities is about finding ways to show off our skills and talents, and maybe change the way people see us or update the way people see us, as well as getting a different view about ourselves and the things that we're capable of. For today's exercise, why not sit down and write all the things down that you know you can do, that maybe other people haven't seen of you yet, that can allow you to show in front of your friends and family what you have in you, and write a list and see what can you do, what can you demonstrate that makes you feel strong, self-confident, and resilient. And if you want to have the whole full exercise for today, please go to our website. The link is in the bio, and there's a lot more to do, especially we have 14 days all together. Thank you very much, and demonstrate your abilities.